Hey everybody, this is Austin with Austin Lindsay Photography. Today I thought I'd show you a little tutorial on how to do masks, how to work with masks in Photoshop. So let's say we wanted to take this shoe and put it on this table. We're going to select our move tool and we're going to resize it. To resize you can hit Command T, and then if you hold down Option and Shift on this corner here, it'll restrain or constrain the proportions. Or you can just hold down Shift and it pulls up from just this edge, or you can grab just the corner and do whatever you want with it. So we're going to move this shoe layer. Oh, you'll have to hit enter after. Remove this shoe layer to on top of the table. And then we are going to zoom in. And is what masks will do is it'll allow you to hide or show things in Photoshop. So if you hit this mask layer, it creates a new mask and it shows everything on this layer. So to hide stuff, you go to your brush tool and then you paint with black on the mask. So sometimes this is selected and you'll actually paint with this, whatever color selected on the image, and you don't want to do that. Just go to the mask, select that. And as you can see, if you make a line through it, the shoe is disappearing and it's showing the table underneath, which means the black part is hidden, as you can see in the image, and it's showing through to the layer underneath, which is the table. So you can also, with a mask, let's delete this. So you can hold down Option or Alt and it'll create the opposite of what it would normally do. So Option or Alt usually does the opposite of what it normally does. So in Photoshop, if it makes a mask that's showing, Option or Alt will make a mask that's hidden. So then you can paint in white and show the shoe. So let's just undo all that. Go back to our layer here, or undo panel here. Okay, so what you can do is you can take your black color. Let's make our mask. Take a black color here, and we're just going to paint around the shoe. So this is one way to kind of composite some stuff. So you can kind of go in here. Let's make a big selection here real quick. And bring the shoe leaves back in. So you can get in here really close if you want with the brush tool and just kind of go through and hide all the background from the shoe, and then make it look like your shoe is sitting on your table. You can also, so let's delete this, make a new mask. You can use the pen tool here. This is what I do a lot for my compositing, is I just go through, and we won't do anything super amazing, but we'll go through and just kind of cut out the shoe. Go up around the toe and the laces. Oops. You kind of get the basic idea. So then you right click and make selection. And you don't always have to close the path. Sometimes I'll get as close as I can because it's hard to get right on those couple pixels that the close path option is at. So do that. I'll set the feather radius most of the time to about 1, and then hit OK, and it makes your selection for you. So what you can do is if you hit Option Delete, it'll fill the selection with black, or if you hit Command Delete, it'll fill it with white, or whatever your layers on. So Option Delete will fill it with the foreground layer. Command Delete will fill it with the background layer here. So yeah, or you can grab the paint bucket tool and you can set it to the foreground, or to solid color, which is your foreground, and you can paint in here, and you've got your mask. So this is the opposite of what we want. So we can then, if we hit Command D, it'll deselect our image, and we're going to hit Command I, make sure the mask is selected, and hit Command I, and it'll invert the mask. So everything around it is not showing, which is why it's black, and the shoe is showing, which is why it's white. So then you can position that and move it wherever you want, and you've got yourself a nice little shoe on the table. And a cool little tip is what I do is if you select the mask and If you select a mask and you hold down Control, here let's deselect it again. So if you want to go back to your selection, some people will save the selection, and I don't know how to do that. Somewhere it's in there, but there's a simpler way to do it. So hold down Command, and you click on the mask layer, and it'll bring your selection right back up. So if you have a couple of shoes, or if you want to use this mask selection again, you can just bring it back up easily and reuse the selection. And you can also, if you make a new layer, you can hold down Option or Alt and drag this up, and it'll bring the whole mask up, so you can do a whole nother shoe or whatever you want to using the same selection. So that's how you use masks, a simple little tutorial about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.